So a week ago, we got the Android 11 update to the Surface Duo 1. And I know there are some people on AT&T who still have not gotten the update yet. I have no update on that. I have no idea why. Based on what I understand, is certain unlocked versions of AT&T's version isn't working. And I no idea why. But for the rest of the world, we got the Android 11 update 1 week ago to the Surface Duo 1. And I told you on that day, I would make the Duo 1 my daily driver again, and I would use it every single day for 30 days. It is now day 7 of those 30 days. It is 1 week in using this as my daily driver. And I said going into it, I'd be really hesitant because I really thought there are certain things I do love from my Galaxy Z Fold 3 that I simply would not get on the Surface Duo 1. But could Android 11 actually fix that? Well, I'm here to report today to say I absolutely love this device again. And you guys have watched my channel. You already know I do love this device, period, right? I love the Surface Duo 1. But the Android 11 updates just add so much more functionality to this device. For the longest time using this device, I've always said the Surface Duo 1 was a secondary type device. It was not a main flagship phone / main daily driver that you should be using every single day of your life. It's a phone that you should have as a backup plan, as a secondary device, kind of like a mini keyboard, mini laptop, mini PC, stuff like that. It wasn't something that I would use it as my daily driver. And once Android 11 came out, I was like, wow, this actually could give it promise. And if you can pick this up on eBay right now for $300 to $400, I 1,000% recommend picking this up for $300 to $400. Android 11, not only did it completely fix a lot of bugs on the Surface Duo 1, it made it such a more reliable device. I now feel like when I'm using Android 11 on the Surface Duo 1, I feel like I'm actually using a real finished, polished version of a product. And I know that's weird to say, but if you ever used the Surface Duo before Android 11, and if you used the day 1 when it first came out the box, you already know what I'm talking about, where it kind of felt like back then, like it was a prototype, right? Like it was something that wasn't finished, wasn't 100% ready to go. It was still in its makings, and it could have been great in the end, but we didn't know what it was going to be. With Android 11, this phone absolutely destroys. And, I said many times on my channel how, yes, this does have some downfalls. It doesn't have wireless charging. It does have a port down here that's actually very fragile and can break. It also does have no waterproofness, no NFC, outdated hardware inside, no cameras, right? That's definitely another issue about this phone. And I will say overall wise, I've not really had an issue with any of those things because if you guys watch the channel, you already know we do life hacks on this phone right here. If you want to fix the wireless charging issue, go ahead and get a MagSafe port, and you can go ahead and, I don't know if I have it over here, right here, you can tape a cable right here, right? A little MagSafe cable right here to a wireless charging pad, then put a MagSafe connector in there so you instantly just boop, zap it right there. When you want to leave, just pick it up and keep walking, no issue at all. That also helps fix the issue with the port down here, and it also helps to a little bit with waterproofness. So all those things fixed with one simple life hack, right? And obviously the NFC is an issue. Guess what? Get a Galaxy Watch. You can get Galaxy Watches for very, very cheap, especially because you don't need the most updated Galaxy Watch. You're only using it for the purpose of having NFC. Get that off eBay for $100. Now you have a $400 phone that has everything a flagship phone has except for a camera, right? So yes, the camera is still going to be an issue, but outside of that, there's not really much issues when it comes to this phone. I'm going to tell you right now, okay? Would I recommend you using this as your daily driver every single day after using it for a week? My go-to would be no. The reason why I say no is because, like I said before, I absolutely love this phone as my daily driver right now, but I am a guy who has been using foldable phones nonstop for the last 2 years. This was my daily driver for 6 months when I picked it up at first. Then we went to the Z Fold 3. I used that for 2 months as my daily driver. Then we went to the Surface Duo 2. That was my daily driver for 2.5 months. And then went back to Z Fold 3. And obviously now with the Surface Duo 1, I'm used to issues with phones. I'm used to bugs and glitches and things just not working 100,000%, right? With that being said, if you're patient, it could absolutely work perfect for you. And that's why I said at $300 to $400 value, I'm not against the idea of picking up this phone and giving it a try. Because yes, at the end of the day, what's really the worst scenario possible? You pick it up, you think it's cool, it's a novelty, it's, you know, a little cool gadget item, you don't like it, return it, right? There's many different services that offers 30 to 90 days return policy. I think Microsoft, I think they still offer a 60-day return policy if you buy the Surface Duo 1 and you don't like it. That's $600, obviously. But there's other return policy you could probably work out with eBay, stuff like that, or whatever service you buy it from, right? So with that being said, I think everyone, especially now with the Android 11 update, with how stable this phone actually is, with how polished this phone actually feels, I truly believe everyone should give it a chance. That's just my personal opinion. Now, overall wise, you know, I'm going to get the comments. I'm going to answer this right now. No, nobody makes fun of me for holding a phone that's this big next to my ear. I work at a grocery store. I promise you right now, the things I see at that grocery store are absolutely nothing compared to having a phone like this to your ear. This is normal with the stuff I see at the grocery store I work at. So if you were thinking like, oh, I feel like I'm going to look like a weirdo, trust me, I have seen some interesting things. I'm just going to say right now, I saw a grown man eating out of a bar, like a food bar, just eating, not even putting it in a basket and going to pay for it, just eating. So if you think this is weird, me walking around like this, it's really not weird at all. Now, next thing I want to talk about is going to be calling, texting, all that kind of stuff. Yes, I do use iMessage on my Surface Duo 1. If you want to know how to get iMessage on a Duo 1 or 2 or Z Fold 3, the channels I have on my channel, I have all 3 of those videos. You can check them out. You can figure out how to get iMessage. So if you guys do not know, I do use iPhone, Apple products a lot. It all transitions together. I mean, I stay in the same ecosystem because of the fact that I have iMessage on my Surface Duo 1. So when I'm texting people, I'm texting iPhones. They're like, wait, time out. Are you on your Surface Duo? I'm like, I am. And they're like, how? You have an iPhone. I'm sorry, you have an iPhone right now. And I'm like, no, I have my Surface Duo with iMessage. I also use FaceTime on this, so it all stays in the same ecosystem. So I'll definitely tell you right now, if you are looking to kind of, you know, if you're an iPhone user, let's say, for example, which I just learned recently, a statistic that I think it's 90% of people who are 18 to 24 have iPhones. If you're an iPhone user and you're like, well, I don't know if I want to go to Android, you can have Apple on this phone too. You can also get Apple Music on it, and that's what I have. Everything on my iPhone, I have on this phone right here. Other than that, though, calls overall, I have no issue talking to people. I'll say this right now. This speaker / microphone setup is better on this phone than it is on my iPhone. Just personally, it's better for me overall. It works better for me. I have no issue at all. Now, case selection is a little bit of an issue. Obviously, there's no case out there that's going to give you this full 360-degree foldingness. But you can use the pen cover right here from the Surface Duo 2 on the Surface Duo 1. You can also use the bumpers. No issue at all there. And overall, like I said, in conclusion, I love it. I know this video was all over the place, going back and forth. The battery life has been absolutely amazing too. I've had no issue with the battery. I mean, I've been charged this from right here all day. I'm at 28%. So overall wise, definitely recommend it, guys. But tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I know a lot of guys watch my content. You guys also have the Surface Duo 1. You guys are also loving the Android 11 update, but are you still loving it? You know, are you still loving it, or has your opinion changed? I definitely want to hear it down below, and I'll see you guys next one. Peace out.